you go bankrupt. And there's a penalty for bankruptcy. Your credit sucks. You're very difficult to get a loan. Very, very difficult for people to trust you again. You have to earn that trust back. And even then, it's always going to be a stain on your record.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Yeah, he's stupid. He's an idiot. He loves the fame and he loves the money. So ultimately, if you're just that money hungry and that fame hungry, you're gonna just do whatever. You don't care what it is.
Joe Rogan just destroyed Jake Paul, saying the lawsuits and fixed fight accusations have permanently stained his boxing resume. Critics argue Paul's flashy record looks hollow now, built on selective opponents and hype rather than legitimacy. Even if the cases fade, the perception won't. In combat sports, credibility is everything. And once fans doubt authenticity, wins stop mattering and records become footnotes instead of legacies. That stain linked
Because there's a price that you pay that is not...
Fake fight accusations exploded after the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua bout, with fans pointing to what they saw as strange patterns throughout the event. Many questioned how Jake managed to last longer against Joshua than Francis Ngannou did, despite the massive gap in experience and power. What was sold as a blockbuster clash between a social media star and a former unified heavyweight champion has sparked rampant speculation, from leaked training footage and unusual betting activity to outspoken commentators insisting the spectacle was...
From Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, what have we got here?
As I look at it, for the fans, it put boxing still on the map because it keeps boxing relevant. Having exhibition fights like this, different celebrities and different things like that. I look at it as a fun thing for fans and stuff like that. I don't really take it seriously, because, we in the business of boxing. That right there is just, exhibition stuff. But I'm hearing they say it's a real fight, but yeah, it's a real fight because both guys are getting in there fighting. I'm still the one that be thinking certain things are scripted as well too. So, but we'll see. I always say may the best man win, and main thing about it, may those guys go in there and have a hell of a...
have described the pairing as absurd, noting the stark difference in experience, size, and pedigree between Paul and Joshua, with some labeling the event more spectacle than sport. A YouTuber turned boxer with a 12-1 record stepping into the ring, with a former two-time world heavyweight champion who has fought elite competition throughout his career. Many commentators have described the pairing as lopsided, with Paul seen by some as a cash-grab opponent rather than a valid challenge, further feeding speculation that the event...
Jake Paul, fake Paul I call him, against Anthony Joshua. Massive unit, two-time world champ, still got a big punch. I think he's mentally fragile at world level if he goes against the big guns because of the knockout, especially the Dubois knockout when he got fucking splattered. You know what I mean? In round 5, and he got hurt early on and then got done. And he's not been in the ring for 13 months.
Yeah.
But can you see a world in which Jake Paul is competitive in this fight?
No.
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 How do you see the fight going if AJ takes it serious?
Added even more fuel to the controversy by claiming that Anthony Joshua could have knocked out Jake Paul at any moment but deliberately didn't. According to Jordan, the fight had to be stretched out to satisfy Netflix's expectations, not boxing's. He suggested that Joshua's power, experience, and timing were so far beyond Paul's level that a quick finish would have ruined the spectacle and the streaming numbers. Instead, the bout allegedly needed rounds, drama, and tension to justify the massive platform and global audience. While Jordan offered no proof, his comments echoed what many fans already believe, that when big money and streaming giants like Netflix are involved, entertainment value can quietly take priority over competitive reality, leaving viewers questioning how...
Paul posted on Twitter after the fight, jaw broken, heart and balls intact. That's a good thing. Time to rest, recover, and return to cruiserweight. I mean, he's coming out of it as if, well, yeah, I got battered in the end, but boy.
That's what he will do. I mean, it depends what you think this was. I mean, I never felt it was anything other than entertainment. I'm not surprised that it... I mean, Anthony Joshua could have knocked Jake Paul out anytime he wanted to. He didn't want to.
So why didn't he?
Because, well, when you're on a platform like Netflix that turns one-part episodes into a 6-part series, why would you think that part of their entertainment model is to have a 30-second fight? Why? Netflix, you watch a Netflix series, you can watch it and you can go, well, I get the gist of it. Why have you got to turn it into 10 episodes? Because I'm dying with boredom after episode.
Are you telling me that Netflix probably emphasised, listen guys, take this as long as you can?
Anthony Joshua didn't step irrespective, I sat to all these guys, whether it be Spencer or Paul Smith, talking about the fact that Jake Paul couldn't run, didn't have the footwork to be able to move.
Ryan Garcia weighed in on social media with a blunt and provocative reaction that caught a lot of attention within the boxing world. Garcia tweeted that while he respected Paul's effort, he also made a sharp comparison involving Gervonta Davis, another high-profile boxer. In his tweet, Garcia wrote, "I think Gervonta would have done him worst," suggesting that Davis would have hit Paul harder or ended the fight even more decisively than Joshua did. Many experts agree with Garcia and believe this is not elite boxing. Even after the fight, criticism of the matchup continues, with some observers arguing that the Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul bout should never have.
Fair play to Jake Paul. He has a lot of guts, and the fact that he wasn't carried out of this fight on a stretcher, you know, certainly I guess you can say is a positive. But what did I think about this? What did I think about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul? Look, it felt like Anthony Joshua carried him. It felt like Jake Paul brought in as much of a negative anti-style as possible, circling away, constantly holding Joshua, constantly falling to the ground. Again, while you're certainly going to give respect for the YouTube star turned fighter for having the guts to put on this type of show and to stand in there for as long as he did until a clean right hand in the corner when Paul was absolutely exhausted, dropped him and ended the fight. This is not elite boxing. And we knew that coming in. But if these fights are going to be sanctioned as official fights, like the Mike Tyson fight from last year, like
Oscar De La Hoya commented on Jake Paul's previous matchup with Mike Tyson, suggesting that the fight was also fixed. He explained that Paul paid Tyson to secure a win on his record and noted that many analysts observed Tyson holding back and not engaging with the same intensity expected of a professional bout. De La Hoya emphasized that this was not an isolated incident, implying